Hi everyone. Today I want to show you a few of our plant maintenance applications in our accelerators catalog here at Mindset. So first thing I'm going to do is come down here into our BTP hosted Fury Launchpad and go to my plant maintenance catalog. And what we're going to go through first is a PM notification. Obviously, everything starts from a notification, so I can jump into this application and very easily, hopefully with a lot less fields, a lot less things I need to do than the back end. I can either search by equipment or by functional location of something that's out there. So we're just going to look at, here's the equipment ID, the plant that it's in, not too much data in our test system here, but we're going to go through and just select that first Mettler scale. And just a couple things we need to do. There's some info about it and then some notes. So all I'm really wanting to do is look at exactly what's gone wrong so I can add individual notes. And I also need to make sure that I know the actual the actual piece of equipment, the priority that it's going to be. So this is going to be very high because it's down. Any coding that's in the backend system will come into this. So we just have some sample codes here. And then who it's reported by, and who this was created by itself. Something up and coming here that we add for a lot of customers is an attachments area if we want to attach photos and things to the notification itself. So we can submit that. Our notification details are submitted, and we have a notification. Next application. So our notification is very quick and easy. The next one that we can look at is our maintenance orders themselves. So within the maintenance orders, we wanted to make sure that this was more from a maintenance technician standpoint. So we want to make sure it's looking at their work list. So as I load some data here, I can see I only have one very high order that automatically loads into my list here. And I'm looking at kind of the same things I would see in the back end, just a little bit more compressed, a little bit less data, only the things that I need to see at any point in time. So I have some header level information. I have an operations area of here's the technicians that have actually worked on this. And I have my components, so my parts and things that I've used to be able to do this. And then any attachments, so if I have work instructions or if I have any documented evidence of testing procedures or things that have actually completed this work order, that it gets attached right here to the order. So this is very much like backend SAP, just making sure that we're in we can do this on a tablet very easily, or we can do this on a desktop or even a little bit on a mobile device, but really we've identified this use case as pretty well tablet based. So I can also look at what's next out here. I can look at any medium items that I have out here that I should look at and work on. But this is work orders for me as a maintenance technician logging into the system. And I can, of course, edit and add all of these things along the way that I need to see. Next, very quickly, is going to my time confirmation. So being able to take that order and look at where I've worked and how I've worked to be able to close this out completely. So obviously in the back end, we want to make sure that this work order has everything needed to close that completely out in the back end. And so we end up with this time confirmation, which looks a lot like the work order, just with a couple of different fields. So we have all of our operations, we have our historical notes that are coming into this, and then we have our submission just to submit our time. And if we need to email anybody along the way to showcase this is exactly what I'm doing here, then we can do that. Last but not least, probably the most fun, is the PM dashboards. This is more for a plant maintenance supervisor, someone in a shop that's looking at all of the requests coming through and wants to do some predictive analytics on exactly where things are going to be and where we want to use it. And so you're just trying to get a couple of the data sets to load here. But really, we're looking at this by plant. So if we have multiple plants, we can select different ones along the way, but within my plant that I'm assigned to, that's what shows up first, we can look at a couple different statistics here. So open work orders, we can look at, what is my percent complete at the moment, my open work orders by asset, so the things that are out there that are broken or break often. What are my most problematic areas that are out here? What are some of the types of actions that I'm taking? So whether it's a corrective action or what thing I'm actually doing. Is it just an inspection I'm doing? Do I calibrate, et cetera, et cetera. So just wanted to very quickly show some of the 4 different plant maintenance notifications accelerator applications offered you today by Mindset. So thanks very much for joining.